instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, it's the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Come on, set, yellow, 43. Check, 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 check. Ready, go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
"51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Here's Herbert.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Pulled in at the 24.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On first down, Lance. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out to the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Herbert now. down his man, Robbie Anderson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Giants at 11-5 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Herbert off of play action. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Jamar Chase from 19 yards away. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try for the first with Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now they'll throw with Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On play action, Lance. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Walker. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This is 3rd and goal. Now this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. They'll try and run. Walker. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Rolling to his right.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Herbert on first down now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On second and a long way to go.
Herbert.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
He's going to air one out for Anderson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Herbert. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Devontae Adams, 33 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And Lance will try again on second down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. On third down, here's Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And going right back to Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Got a man. It's McBride complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on second down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
23 yards the pickup there.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
61 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 3rd down. Here's... Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. 30. 10.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Mark 40. Come on, 38. 36. Ready.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ken Walker
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.